Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn how to make our first Spring Boot web application. We are going to use the latest version of Spring Boot which is 3.4.1 at the time of recording of this tutorial. Visit the website start.spring.io and here you will find the interface to create the first web application. I am going to use Maven and the Java. Spring Boot version is 3.4.1 and so this is my first Spring Boot application and I am going to choose the deployment as jar, and I have JTK 17 installed on my machine, so I am using JTK 17. Next we have to add the dependencies. So add the dependency Spring Web, add the theme leaf dependency, and also the Spring Boot dev tool. Spring Boot dev tools provide fast restart, live reload and configuration for enhanced development experience. So I am using this Spring Web, theme leaf and the Spring Boot tools dependencies. Now we can click on the generate button and now it is generating and it generated the project. I have copied this web application zip file here. Now I will extract here and we got this directory. Copy this and go to the Eclipse, and in the Eclipse file, import Maven project, click next and here you enter the path of your application. So it automatically selected the pom.xml file. Now click finish. Now the Eclipse is importing the project and we can see the progress bar here. So Maven is downloaded the required dependency files and our project is ready here. So let's go through the project structure. Pom.xml file, in the pom.xml file you can find that it is using the Spring Boot starter parent dependency and the version is 3.4.1, which is the latest version at the time of recording this tutorial. Then the name of the project is web application. And here you can see it added the dependencies Spring Boot starter theme leaf, Spring Boot starter web and Spring Boot dev tools and Spring Boot starter test. So all these dependencies are required for this project. Next we have the source directory. It contains the application source file. So we have this application.java which is annotated with the Spring Boot application, and in the public static void main it is calling spring application.run and this class file. So this is the code to run the Spring Boot web application. This is the entry point in your Spring Boot application. Under the resources you will find the application.properties. So application name is web app and we don't have any more properties. Once we start adding more feature, we will be adding more configuration to this application.properties file. Next, there is a source test file. So we will be adding the test cases here, and if you expand this Maven dependencies, you can see that it is using so many dependency files. So to run the application, right click and run as application. So this application is started at port number 8080. So localhost 8080. If you go this URL, you can see that this is the error because no URL request URL is mapped to the application. Now we are going to simply create a REST controller class. We are making a class with a name hello controller, and we are giving the annotation REST controller, and you can click here and import this REST controller. Now we have to add the request mapping. So at the rate request mapping, and we can write hello and the parameter. Now we will write the method string hello, and it is taking the parameter path variable string type name. We can simply return the hello message and the name of the URL. So you can see that this application is getting reloaded whenever there is a change into the code. So this is the use of Spring Boot dev tool. So it automatically detects the changes, and if there is a change in the application, it reloads the application. Now the control this is ready. Now we can call this URL. So now it is printing the message. So you can see we have developed the first Spring Boot application and added one REST controller, which is simply printing a message on the web browser. I will provide you the link to the tutorial page in the video description. Thanks for watching the video and subscribe our channel for more tutorials and videos.